Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, the show on the channel where we review some of the cool new things coming out in all the genres we cover, which, of course, all forms of metal, power metal, thrash metal, progressive metal, classic heavy metal, new wave of British heavy metal, all that stuff, progressive rock, all forms of prog rock, jazz and jazz fusion, hard rock, classic rock. We cover all sorts of things here today. A very cool release, an instrumental album by a really good guitar player who is also proving to be a really good band leader and all things orchestral. I don't even know what you call this. Orchestral rock and jazz fusion. Lyle Workman, Uncommon Measures. There's the man right there. Let's take a look at this cool little thing here. All right, so you got, so obviously you can see a lot of musicians there, right? If they take the CD out, right? This is what you call a big band sort of thing, right? So let's take a look at the booklet here. Okay, there's the man right there. Guitarist extraordinaire, composer, songwriter. So here, let me kind of lay out kind of what you can expect on this album. Lyle Workman, electric and acoustic guitars, and some keyboards. You got Vinny Colaiuta on drums. You've got Abe Laboriel Jr. on drums. You got Toss Panos on drums. You got Donald Barrett on drums. Matt Chamberlain on drums. Tim Lefevre on bass. Dan Lutz on bass. Stan Wilkes on bass. Jeff Babko on electric piano and organ. Charlie Bisharat on violin. Wade Culbreth on vibes, marimba, glockenspiel. Cadise Buckingham on alto sax, Ron DeZubla tenor sax, Jamie Hovorka trumpet, Chris Bleth on oboe, flute, and clarinet, Greg Leese on pedal steel, and then you've got the Lashi Choir, which is Alita Braxton, Skylar Lear Bryant, Liliani Pato, Rachel Goodman, Monique Ramirez, and Coco Mori. Okay, so as you can imagine, with all those different musicians, and you saw, them all kind of hanging out there, this is kind of like a big band sort of thing. What this album reminds me of is kind of like Frank Zappa's Waka Jawaka meets the Mahavishnu Orchestra Apocalypse or Visions of the Emerald Beyond. Okay, so those are those two Mahavishnu albums that McLaughlin put together after the classic lineup of Cobham and Laird and Hammer and Goodman kind of split. He formed a new band with Narada Michael Walden and Jean-Luc Ponty and a bunch of other folks, right? So that's kind of the feel I get on this album. It's very orchestral and big and bombastic and kind of sweeping and soaring, all right? But some really, really amazing guitar solos and passages on this album. There's even a couple tracks. I believe it's North Star and, oh boy, maybe it's Imaginary World. I don't know. There's a couple tracks on here where it's almost like Lyle was really trying to go for that version of Mahavishnu Orchestra with the kind of like the violins and the strings, right? And the keyboard swells and stuff like that. And it has like this kind of like third world, like kind of like, I don't want to say new age, 'cause it's not new age, but that whole kind of like world sound, which is really cool. And it rocks in spots. It's kind of jazzy in spots, but it's just really good stuff. You got the title tracks, North Star, All the Colors of the World, Noble Savage, Arc of Life, Imaginary World, Unsung Hero, Labyrinth of Love, Rise and Shine, and Our Friendship. It's definitely fusiony. There is some cool kind of like intricate passages and little bits of noodling and soloing, which is really good. The drum work is off the charts. I mean, you heard the drummers that play on here, right? I mean, anything that's got Vinny Colaiuta, I'm all over, right? But really good stuff. And like I said, you can tell the music is very composed and orchestrated. That's the way it comes across. But it's big. It's like a spectacle for the ears. And honestly, I don't really know a hell of a lot about Lyle. I haven't really listened to him before. But he's got one of those names that you've heard a million. He's been around, right? But this is absolutely breathtaking stuff. This is on Blue Canoe Records, so it's bluecanoerecords.com. And you can follow him on Instagram at Lyle Workman, as well as on Facebook, Lyle Workman Musician. So yeah, I really like this a lot. and this came out. So is this? I'm not sure if this is an early 2021 or if this is one of those late 2020s. It looks like it's a late 2020. So if you missed out on this late last year, go and check it out. I highly recommend it. I'm so glad I sent this, and I just, because we got tons of stuff here to review, and I just happened to be going through, and I remember Stephen Reed, SOT's very own Stephen Reed, reviewed this for the website, and he gave it a really glowing review, and I was like, wait, I think I saw that in my review stacks here. And then our very own George Lemay also suggested to check this out. He's a big fan of this as well. So yeah, a red-hot guitar player. What does he sound like? He's got a very kind of technical style. He's kind of flashy, but he doesn't overdo it by any means. Really melodic, kind of like somewhere between kind of like Guthrie Govan, Alan Holdsworth, maybe a little Steve Vai, maybe a little Scott Henderson, that sort of thing, I guess. Like I said, I definitely want to hear more from him, because I will say I am pretty new to this guy, but I want to explore more. So loving it. Uncommon Measures, Lyle Workman. Check it out. Quite good. Highly recommend it if you're a fan of instrumental music, kind of proggy, kind of fusion-y, definitely orchestral. This is a good one. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're on YouTube all the damn time. We'll see you guys real soon with more content. Okay, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you feel like making a donation to the channel, your donations are always appreciated and help quite a bit here. So we've got the link down below in the video description, as well as the link to our merch page if you want to get a cool SOT shirt or mug or hat or sticker, or we got all sorts of fun stuff. So check them all out, and we'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.